Hi, my name is Ulysses.
And I'm Ernesto.
And this is our channel.
Welcome to our channel.
As you can see, Ernesto is not here today. He is in Vietnam for work, but these videos have to keep coming, and so you just get me today. I thought it would be kind of fun to end the last week in June, the last month of Pride, with my coming out story. It has many parts to it, and I'm kind of nervous to talk about it. I haven't really told it to so many people. I've seen that people have done it on YouTube before. I hope that this inspires, or I don't know, helps someone feel more comfortable with their coming out. So here's my story. It starts when I was in middle school. And actually the first people that I came out to were my parents, which is not a common thing, I think, amongst people coming out, is telling their parents first, but I told my parents first. And I think I was kind of thrown into it. When I was younger, when I was in middle school, my mom and dad would drop me and my brothers off at the library to use computers because we didn't have one at home. And what I would like to do is I would search for basically gay porn on the internet, and I would print out the photos and then I would take them home with me. Pictures of guys' butts or penises and stuff like that. And I would look at them at night to entertain myself. And one day, my brother asked me to borrow my stereo so that he can listen to music while he was taking a shower. Now, secret is that I would put these pornographic photos of men in the CD part of my stereo system. And that's where I would hide it so that no one would find my pornography. And I gave it to my brother Frankie to borrow so that he could shower, forgetting that I keep my dirty photos within the stereo system. And just like eating chips downstairs in the living room, all of a sudden remember that there's these photos there, like deer in the headlights. I run up to where he's taking a shower. He hasn't even started the shower yet. I walk into the bathroom and he is looking at the photos being like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh my God, Frankie, I don't know. They're just photos that I printed. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell mom and dad. Just let's keep it between us. But that didn't last very long because I felt like my brother was gonna be a narc and tell my parents anyways. So I took it upon myself to get ahead of the narrative, much like Taylor Swift. And instead of it coming from my brother, I felt like it should come from me. So I brought my parents into one of the rooms that we had in our house at the time, and I sat them down and I told them that I was bisexual. Because at the time, being a 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy, I didn't know necessarily what I was. I just knew that I liked men and that I, was still attracted to females, but I was still trying to figure it out. So I told my mom and dad in the room, and my mom was very calm, and she said, okay, well, just so you know, just to put it out there, you can look at a picture of Brad Pitt and think Brad Pitt is a very attractive man, but it doesn't mean that you're attracted to men. To appreciate the beauty of another man doesn't make you a bisexual, it doesn't make you gay. You can still look at a man and think that that's an attractive man, but it doesn't mean you're gay. And I was like, I think it's a little more than that, Mom. And then my dad was like, okay, well, I heard in the news a lot of people are coming out as gay and bisexual. Like, are you sure it's like not the cool thing to do at school? No, Dad, it's not the cool thing to do at school. It's quite the opposite, actually. And then my dad was like, okay, well, we love you no matter what, and we accept you for who you are. And my mom was like, oh my God, yes, we love you no matter what. We just want to make sure that you know, what you're feeling, and that, you're feeling exactly what you should be feeling, but we love you regardless and we support you. And I was like, oh, thanks, Mom and Dad. So I came out as bisexual to my parents and only my parents when I was in middle school. And then I felt like it was no one else's business to know because I was still trying to figure out within myself who I was and who I was attracted to. In that time, I had a girlfriend for 3 years, and then I moved to Davis, UC Davis, for college. And in that first year of college, I was still with my girlfriend, but I felt like we had grown apart. I was busy with college. She was back home in Elk Grove, and I broke up with her because I felt like I was too busy to be in a relationship. Lo and behold, I discover in that time after breaking up with my girlfriend that I am attracted to men and only men, and I'm gay. Yeah, so after I broke up with my girlfriend, I really just started to look at my sexuality. I was, single for the first time in 3 years, and I just started to explore. And what I was exploring was that I was attracted to men. The next step in my coming out was coming out to my friends. It was interesting to tell my friends because I think for my parents, I wasn't afraid to tell my parents because I grew up in such a loving household, and they just wanted me to be happy. But with my friends, I had no idea how they were gonna react and what their reaction was gonna mean to me. Whether I wanted them to be surprised or whether they were gonna be like, not surprised, and how that would affect me. So I decided that the only way to avoid any kind of over communication about this topic was to tell them as soon as I was dropping them off in a car. There were so many times that I came out to friends when I was in a car. It was like the coming out and go. You drop the information and then you leave. One of my favorite stories of telling a friend was telling my best friend Jazz. I drop him off, we're in front of his apartment, and I basically tell him that I'm gay, and he, I think, is in a state of shock, not because he didn't already assume that I was gay, but because I told him right before the series finale of Lost, and he was conflicted whether he should stay in the car and talk to me about it or he should go and watch the series finale of Lost. He chose Lost, which is perfect for me because I didn't want to talk about it at all. His reaction was, I can't believe you're telling me right now. I have to go watch Lost. We'll talk about this tomorrow. He had just come out the year before, so, to come out to a fellow sister was very important. But as I was telling more and more friends, I got more and more comfortable with it, and then came out to all my friends as the homosexual man that I am today. I did have to come out to my parents again in college. I felt like because I came out as bisexual in middle school that I had to re-come out as a gay man to my parents once I figured out that I wasn't bisexual, that I was gay. So I called my mom. Hey mom, the whole conversation that we had in the bedroom when I was in middle school? And she's like, yes, the bisexual thing. So it turns out I'm not bisexual. It turns out that I'm gay. I'm only attracted to men. I just thought you should know. Okay, that's great, babe, but when are you switching back to biochemistry and molecular biology? Because that's my real concern. I was switching my major from biochemistry, molecular biology to theater. So, I know I'm very fortunate to have been surrounded by so many loving friends and family. To feel comfortable enough to go to my parents in middle school and tell them that I was bisexual is such a privilege. So I can't even imagine how hard it is for people that don't have that and know they don't have that. I hope that it's getting better. I feel like it's getting better, but I know that there's still a lot of people out there that come from households where they can't come out to their parents or their friends, and it's hard. I remember going back in those times and being like, what does this mean? Who am I now if I come out of the closet? And what was interesting is that I wasn't anybody that was different. I was just more me. That was so cheesy. Thanks for watching, you guys. I was really scared to do this video. I don't know why. I mean, we'll see how it turns out, but if you liked it, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. And I'll see you next week when Ernesto comes back. Thank you. Bye.